And a gyroscope is rigid in space until you try and push it somewhere. If you push it somewhere, that push is rotated through 90 degrees in direction of rotation. What that means is the airplane, driven by that gyroscopic force of the engine, can turn on a sixpence, which Michael is about to demonstrate. So both aircraft owned and built by an amazing gentleman called Mikael Carlson from Sweden. Mikael is an airline pilot by trade, but he's also a craftsman, and he's actually designed these or built these aircraft from original prints, often using original parts. And certainly the engines are original. It's very rare to see these aircraft with original engines.
So can you call it a dry decker from now on so we don't get told off?
My apologies.
So Mikael actually built this from scratch. There were no plans, so he just found as much information as he could find back in 2006. It took him 3 years to rebuild it. He actually had an original engine, which is the French version, the D.VII engine. It's as close to the original spec as he could possibly get it without any plans, but as I'm sure you'll agree, truly magnificent. Really agile for such an old aircraft. As the D.VII passes underneath, flown by Stu Goldsby. Really tight roll there in the dry decker.
This is a completely different age of air combat. Even by World War II, most air speeds in combat were above 200 knots, 250 knots. These aircraft were considered fast if they were doing 130 knots. They can turn very tightly, but that means that air combat was in a very, very small space. I think the combat pilots these days call it a knife fight in a phone box.
So using, in each of these, probably two 7.92mm standout machine guns.
It was considered to be an age of, by the end of the course, it was just dog eat dog. Interestingly, German pilots had parachutes. British pilots did not. It was considered to be a bit of poor form to have a means of escape.
So we can compare the D.VII, the lower aircraft, as we look at it. So the weight of that, the max takeoff weight was 950 kilos. Empty weight about 680 kilos with a 200 up to 200 horsepower engine. So compare that to the Gamebird, 635 kilos with a 315 horsepower engine. Just seems to show, or goes to show how development has been in the aircraft performance. But you can see
We used to put it together. It takes about half a day. So flying the D.VII is Stuart Goldsby, one of our home pilots. Stu on your airways for a long time, 757, 767 before retirement. Not just a professional layback flying any more than it's professional working.